Okay, okay. Wonderful to have you here.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure to have.
Pavan Putra from Rajkot introduced me to this session. I'm into business management consulting, basically ISO standards and business strategy also.
Wonderful.
Would be eager to understand.
Wonderful. There are a few more people who can introduce themselves. I think Hiral Bhai che, Sheetal Bhai che, Vivek Bhai.
Yes, yes, I am Vivek Dodakia from Top India Elevator Private Limited, Rajkot.
Okay.
I am the director of the elevator manufacturing and the installation company.
Great.
And I have come here. I am the member of the RMS, so just to have the knowledge of the content writing, what's it. So I feel it something interesting, so I have joined this session.
Oh, that's exciting. Great. Thank you.
Websites here to update myself.
Business associates, clients. So this is a nice opportunity to be in the same room with, as all of you. મારી પાસે I have a small PowerPoint presentation જે હું મારા reference માટે use કરતો જઈશ. But before that, I just want to get a quick idea કે તમારામાંથી is there anybody જે લોકોના business હોય પણ functional website નથી or something? How many of you do not have a website although you have a business? Microphone off કર્યા છે એવું છે? Is that?
Yes, they can mention in the chat.
We will have to, we can unmute ourselves, but otherwise generally they are muted. Yeah.
Okay.
Most of us must be having. I have a business website.
Okay.
Most of us must be having.
Okay, fine. And anybody having a website but not very functional, so basic કરીને રાખી દીધી હોય.
Not very functional, very static.
Yes.
Mine is
Static website, yes, not functional. Yeah.
That includes me.
Okay. And anybody who thinks their website is really decent and they're doing pretty well on the website?
I think they are not in this meeting right now.
Okay. No, because otherwise we could have also picked up a few tips from them. Anyway, I'll have your permission to request my screen. I have a small presentation. And is this screen visible to all of you?
You are visible.
Acha, screen not visible. Okay.
Screencasting into that, sir.
Is this visible now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Content writing na andar am to ઘણા બધા categories આવે, but I specifically do more of writing for website pages, એટલે કે websites, and I write blogs. I also help businesses strategize their content writing or blog writing activities. Just before we start, કે આપણે આપણા businesses ને કેવી રીતના we can improve our content and everything, basic એક વસ્તુ આપણે સમજી લઈએ. આપણે this is a very famous statement, and I'm sure most of you have seen this. Content is king. What is really important is કે આ વસ્તુ પહેલા તો of course Bill Gates એ કીધી છે, so yes, it's important. But જરા નોટિસ કરો એને કયા યરમાં કીધી છે. It's way back in 1996, nearly 25 years back. The whole idea is that content has been so powerful for all these years, and haji few of us are only waking up to the immense opportunities that content offers us. But basically, I think બધાને ખબર છે that content, whatever you write, whatever you create in terms of content, it is extremely powerful. Content અંદર આપણે exactly શું cover કરી શકીએ? What exactly would be content? Answer is very simple actually. Everything comes under content. એટલે એના અંદર તમે you can have, હું તો આપણે થોડીક જ વાત કરશું વેબસાઇટ અને બ્લોગ્સની, પણ basically anything that you have created તમારા બેઝિક મીમ્સ થી ચાલુ કરી યોર યુટ્યુબ વિડીયોઝ, યોર ઇન્સ્ટાગ્રામ પોસ્ટ્સ, યોર ફેસબુક પોસ્ટ, યોર શોર્ટ્સ ટ્વિટર પોસ્ટ્સ, અપડેટ્સ જે કરો છો, you write long form articles, you write responses, you create short movies, your explainer videos, everything goes under content, because at the end of it, everything that communicates will become content. No matter તમે એને ફોર્મેટ કયું આપો છો, not really important. અત્યારે ઓફકોર્સ આપણે થોડુંક એને રિસ્ટ્રિક્ટેડ સેન્સમાં વાત કરીશું. યુ ટોકિંગ અબાઉટ વેબસાઇટ પેજીસ અને એ બધું. થ્રુઆઉટ ધ એન્ટાયર પ્રેઝન્ટેશન I think બહુ આપણે એને લેક્ચર ફોર્મમાં રાખવાને બદલે what we'll do is, anybody who does not understand Gujarati here, સાવ નો સમજાય એવું, anybody? So
Yeah,
just,
purely.
what all is covered under content? तो क्या आता है content में? आंसर इज सब कुछ आ जाता है. आप वीडियोस, ब्लॉग पोस्ट, वेबसाइट सब कुछ ले लो. मैं अभी I'll be talking more about websites, pages और ब्लॉग्स. ये दो चीजों में I'll be restricting myself, but basically आप किसी भी चीज को whatever is created to communicate, आप उसको कंटेंट में डाल सकते हो. एक स्टूपिड क्वेश्चंस लगता है, पर आई वांट टू स्टार्ट विथ कंटेंट इंपॉर्टेंट क्यों है. मैं इंपॉर्टेंस इसलिए समझाना चाहता हूँ बिकॉज अनलेस वी ऑल रियली अंडरस्टैंड द इंपॉर्टेंस, वी विल नॉट डिवोट रिसोर्सेस, not devote time, not devote energy to develop quality content, and therefore we will not get results. So the first part is we need to understand thoroughly why content is very important. I've listed out 4 reasons. Emathi usme se the third reason, I think that's the most powerful reason, and most of us do not realize the third reason why content is so important. First answer is very simple. Why is content important? Because all businesses are going digital. Maybe 25 साल 20 साल पहले we never thought that we would be watching movies घर बैठ के. We never thought we would be ordering groceries घर बैठ के. I mean, anything that you can think of. There are a large number of services in metros and of course in developed countries where they also offer you, आपको आपकी laundry भी कर देते हैं, आपके घर से कपड़े collect कर लेते हैं, wash, clean, press करके आपको वापस दे देते हैं, everything. So right from food to dresses and everything, all sort of services have gone digital. तो एक तो बड़ी वजह ये है कंटेंट इंपॉर्टेंस जानने के लिए कि ऑल बिजनेसेस आर गोइंग डिजिटल. सेकंड इज समथिंग दैट मोस्ट ऑफ यू बट नॉट प्रोबब्ली एवरीबॉडी रियलाइजेस. कंटेंट जो है वो आपका 24/7 365 सेल्स पर्सन है. दिस इज समथिंग वी ऑल नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. सी वेदर आप वेकेशन पे हो, आप घर पे हो, आप सो रहे हो, या भी जैसे कि हम लोग वी आर ऑल अंडर लॉकडाउन, नो मैटर व्हाट, आपके सेल्स पर्सन छुट्टी पे हो सकते हैं, दे मे नॉट बी वर्किंग राइट नाउ, बट योर कंटेंट जो आपने डिजिटल कंटेंट वेब पे डाला है इन व्हाटएवर फॉर्मेट, दैट इज योर सेल्स पर्सन. बिकॉज अल्टीमेटली जो भी कंटेंट कंपेलिंग होगा, दैट विल लीड टू इंक्वायरीज फॉर योर प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस, और उसके बाद यू विल बी एबल टू कन्वर्ट दोज इंक्वायरीज इनटू सेल्स. तो दूसरी वजह ये है कंटेंट की इंपॉर्टेंस के लिए कि कंटेंट आपका round the year, round the clock salesperson. Now this is the third reason I want to stress, and I think a lot of us miss this third reason. What is the exact importance of content, and why should we be devoting so much of time, resources, energy, everything to content? This is the third reason. Content जो है वो हमारी two-way channel है. I mean, what exactly is two-way channel? Let's say I have a manufacturing unit and I have 10 salesmen. And my sales people go out, मिलते हैं मेरे prospective customers को, and they pass on whatever information I have about my product, my facilities, my warranty, whatever, to the customer. ये तो एक चैनल होगी जहाँ से मेरी इंफॉर्मेशन कस्टमर्स को, आपके सेल्समैन, आपके सेल्स पर्सन जब जाते हैं प्रोस्पेक्ट्स के कस्टमर्स को मिलने, वो आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन आपके कस्टमर्स तक पहुंचाते हैं. But there is another piece of data that you are missing, जो कस्टमर की इंफॉर्मेशन है. Whatever the customers want, your prospective clients want, वो इंफॉर्मेशन आपको हमेशा पूरी तरह से आपके सेल्स पर्सन से नहीं मिलती है. Content is probably the best way to collect information about your customers as well. उनकी behavior, how do they interact with your content, how do they interact with your product, what exactly are they looking for, ये सब चीज कंटेंट आपको करवा सकता है. तो कंटेंट इज ओनली फॉर सेल्स ऐसा नहीं है. कंटेंट आपको बहुत सारी इंसाइट दे सकता है. यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स अबाउट द मार्केट, अबाउट योर कस्टमर, अबाउट द एंटायर इंडस्ट्री अच्छी कंटेंट लिखने से. सो दैट इज मेरे हिसाब से द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट रीजन. और चौथी एक वजह, दैट्स वेरी सिंपल, कंटेंट क्यों करनी चाहिए. आंसर इज वेरी सिंपल. you have to do it. Choice ये है कि आप do it before you must. आज आपके पास choice है, maybe a few years down the line you will not have a choice, आपको करनी ही पड़ेगी compulsory. So primarily the reason why content is important, once we understand that, it's easier to devote resources, to channelize our resources and energy into developing a better website content. Now we go to the actual part, how do we improve content? पर हम जब बात करते हैं कि improving content, we need to understand first of all कि उसमें there are two types of content. One is जो आप promotion के जरिए करते हो, जब आप pay करते हो promotion के लिए, उस type का content which I will call paid for promotion. For example, you have let's say you buy Google Ads, you buy videos promotions on YouTube, or you pay maybe an influencer on Instagram, or whatever advertisements you run on other digital platforms. ये सब paid for promotion है. This is also a kind of content, an extremely powerful form of content. The second is what we will call ऐसा content जो आपको promote करने के लिए you don't have to spend money. Promote अपने आप हो सकता है. That is the second kind of content. That would include everything. But first of all, let's quickly look at paid for promotion. As I said, उसमें Google Ads आती है, Facebook Ads, anything basically जिस पर भी आप पैसे डालते हो प्रमोट करने के लिए, वो paid for promotion content है. The paid for promotion content जो है, that has some specific characteristics. First of all, it brings you results very quickly. Let us imagine आप Google Ads show कर रहे हैं. Provided the rest of the things are in place, provided you are doing it with a proper understanding, आपको Google Ads के advertisements जो आप डालेंगे, उसका results आपको, it's quite likely you will start getting results in a week or maybe 10 days. One. दूसरी चीज उसमें ये होती है, it's quite expensive, especially if you look at Google Ads, it's not really very inexpensive. अभी it depends कि आप कौन से product, कौन से service के लिए you are pitching, but yeah, sometimes it can be extremely expensive. Third, and I think the weakest part of a paid for promotion is it does not have a shelf life. समझिए आपने एक campaign Google Ads पे शुरू किया, which starts on 4th of May and it ends on 31st of May. 31st of May पर आप जब का payment खत्म हो गया, और from 1st of June your ads will no longer run, your content which was paid for will no longer be visible to people. So that is one strong limitation of paid for promotion. जो हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, जो promotion आप relatively inexpensively या freely कर सकते हो, that includes your website content, your blogs, जैसे हम common man's language में we can call them articles. You can also include your digital brochures, you can include your product explainer videos, everything. ये जो चीजें होती है, you may have to invest some time, money or energy while developing this content. But once आपका content हो गया, you don't have to necessarily spend a lot of money, or you don't have to spend money. आपको इतना पैसा नहीं लगाना पड़ता है, और कभी-कभी तो it gets promoted by itself, जिसे हम normally viral कहते हैं. वो चीजें भी इनमें आ जाती हैं. अच्छे ब्लॉग्स होते हैं, जिस तरह से कोई अच्छा आर्टिकल है, मैंने पढ़ा तो मैंने किसी और को फॉरवर्ड कर दिया, जैसे मैंने शीतल भाई को फॉरवर्ड कर दिया, शीतल भाई ने अनिरुद्ध को फॉरवर्ड किया, फिर he forwards it to somebody else and so on. तो उसमें मैंने पैसा वो प्रमोशन में नहीं लगाया है. उस तरह का कंटेंट जो है, that is actually where small businesses can focus on, because that can be created with a limited budget. और as I said, इसकी भी जो strength and weaknesses है, ये जो ऐसा कंटेंट है आपका वेब पेजेस और ब्लॉग स्पेसिफिकली, उसमें एक तो चीज ये है कि उसके रिजल्ट्स स्लो आते हैं. जैसे मैंने आज I started out by writing good website content, or I started out with a few good blogs. I cannot expect कि हाँ 10 दिन के बाद I'll start generating inquiry. It doesn't happen that way. It takes a relatively longer period of time to show results. You cannot really pinpoint a specific timeline. You cannot say हाँ इतने time, but anywhere between let's say 3 months to 8 months, उसमें आपको results दिखने शुरू हो जाएंगे. But yes, the second part is it is long lasting. उसकी लाइफ भी काफी लंबी होती है. और तीसरा और मेरे हिसाब से सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट ये है, इट कैन ऑटो रन. ऑटो रन मतलब आपने वो प्रमोशन के पीछे आपने एनर्जी जो भी लगानी थी आप लगा चुके, यू डू नॉट डू एनीथिंग एल्स, उसके बावजूद the content will keep on promoting itself because it was good quality content. So this is why we want to focus more on the free promotional content here, which is worthy of being promoted on its own rather than businesses spending a lot of money behind it. Now is where we go into how the main topic for today. आप अच्छा content कैसे develop कर सकते हैं? We'll be listing out a few things. But before that, I think I spoke for a fair amount of time. Beach mein, is there somebody who wants to share something or a question or something? Anybody would like to raise a point somewhere here?
Mayank bhai, the free promotion which you are referring, it is having a slow result, and also I understand that it is having an uncertainty in the results. Correct?
Correct.
Oh, fine, thank you.
Basically, it's going to be like this. Even my paid promotion, sometimes it may work, it may not work. We can never be sure. But yes, that kind of uncertainty exists for both paid and free content. The only difference being, if you have paid for something, you can be sure it will be displayed. Whereas आपका जो free होता है, you are not even sure कि वो दिखेगा या नहीं दिखेगा. That's primarily the basic difference. Okay. Now first we start with how do you improve your content. I think most of us are familiar with this term, जिसे हम कहते हैं elevator speech. For those of us who are not familiar, I'll tell you about it very quickly. समझ लीजिए मैं और let's say राजू भाई हरियाणी, I and Raju bhai are entering into an elevator. Ground floor पे we are together and both of us want to reach the 10th floor. तो जैसे हम दोनों अंदर गए, एलिवेटर का दरवाजा बंद हुआ and then I press the switch 10. अभी let's say Raju bhai is a prospective customer for me. तो मेरे पास कितना टाइम है उसको मेरा प्रोडक्ट, मेरा सर्विस के बारे में बताने के लिए? उतना ही टाइम जितना एक एलिवेटर ग्राउंड फ्लोर से 10th फ्लोर तक जाने में लगा है. करीब I don't know 15 सेकंड. Maybe you might have Paresh bhai or Nilesh bhai will have a better idea, but I'll make a guess. 15 second, 20 second. First of all, this is called an elevator speech because it is extremely short. You are supposed to tell everything about your product that you think is important. आपको जो भी चीज अपनी प्रोडक्ट सर्विस के बारे में बेस्ट लगती हो आपको बतानी होती है within that very short period of time. That is in elevator speech. Why do you need it? We'll come to it very quickly. But एक हिंट मैं आपको दे दूं, जैसे आप ब्लॉग लिखते हो, जैसे आप वेबसाइट के पेजेस बनाते हो, तो समझो उसके जो हेडिंग होते हैं आप किस चीज के बारे में लिखोगे. लेट्स से आई हैव a mechanical product which is used in the auto industry. तो मैं क्या क्या चीजों के लिए वेब पे पेजेस बनाऊंगा या ब्लॉग लिखूंगा. तो एक होती है जैसे मेरी वारंटी फॉर एग्जांपल, तो वो होगी मेरी एलिवेटर स्पीच का एक हिस्सा. I want to talk about why my products, let's say मैं ball bearings बना रहा हूँ, तो I want to talk about why my ball bearings have a better life or why they can withstand more wear and tear. That will be a part of my elevator speech and therefore that would form the title of my contents. Probably you would have guessed. So this is something very short, right? Now you would have guessed that the second thing that we'll need is what we normally call your stage speech. Stage speech elevator speech से थोड़ा अलग है. जैसे आपको stage दिया है, you have been invited on stage, you have to speak about your product, your company, your services, but you get about 10 minutes. It is very obvious कि वो 10 minutes पे you can have a bit of background story. आपने ये business कहाँ से शुरू किया, क्यों शुरू किया. Let's say you have somebody from your family who started the business and how you grew it. वो सब आप इसमें डाल सकते हैं. You have a little more time talking about you, your product, your company, your specialties. ये चीजें आप कहाँ use करोगे? This is something that you'll be using in the actual content. जो आप details लिखते हो. Elevator speech आप use करते हो आपके titles बनाने में. आपका stage speech जो है वो आप use करोगे आपके content के details लिखने में. So this is the second task we need to do when we say हम content improve करना चाहते हैं. We need to be very clear about it. And trust me, एलिवेटर स्पीच बनाना 15-20 सेकंड का, इट इज एन एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट टास्क, बिकॉज आपको 15-20 सेकंड में टेल द प्रोस्पेक्टिव कस्टमर प्रैक्टिकली एवरीथिंग दैट इज गुड अबाउट योर प्रोडक्ट और सर्विस. So it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort preparing for a 15-20 second speech about your product or service, but वो चीज आपको करनी पड़ेगी when you start developing or improving your content. Third, this may sound a little silly, understanding your product. How does understanding your product improve your content? But the resistance ये होता है कि यार हम लोग we have been doing this business, हम लोग कर रहे हैं जैसे 5 साल 10 साल 15 साल 20 साल से. We think that we understand our product very well. We understand our product very well inside out, and there cannot be anybody who understands our product more than that. See, understanding का हिसाब हमारा सिर्फ अंडरस्टैंडिंग से नहीं है, we need to articulate it very well. आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, ठीक है, but can you really present that part very well? If I ask you to tell me 5 strengths and 2 weaknesses of whatever product you have, can you do it immediately? Can you do it convincingly? आप कितना forcefully, कितना compellingly आप अपने product के बारे में मुझे बता सकते हो, being for presented in a way कि आपकी weaknesses के बावजूद I'll be happy to consider your product. This is what we will be calling understanding your product. वो सब आपके content में जो जाएगा उसमें you need to be aware. There cannot be an ideal product. हर एक चीज को एक limitation होती है, उसकी strength भी होती है, तो you want to know किस चीजों को आप highlight करना चाहोगे. This is relatively obvious. Understanding your buyer. There is something called marketing. I think people like Paresh Bhai, who have been into the forefront of marketing, understand this term very well. For some of us, we do not know this term. There is something called a buyer persona. What exactly is a buyer persona? Buyer persona ऐसा होता है जैसे I imagine my ideal client. Let's say I'm a lawyer. तो मैं किन चीजों के बारे में what kind of cases do I accept? If I'm a designer, what kind of things I design? If I'm an architect, do I do only commercial buildings? Do I do only residential buildings? If I'm a writer, what kind of services, what kind of websites do I write for? तो उसमें जो बायर मेरे पास आते हैं उनमें से I think of an standard buyer. Let's say a buyer, female, age at 35, she's having her own boutique and she wants her own website and she has a budget of say 25,000 rupees for developing the website. तो ये मेरा एक buyer persona हो गया. So it helps you understand your buyer better. उसके हिसाब से it's simple words में it's like आप एक टेलर हो और आपको जिसके लिए सूट स्टिच करना है उसका आपके पास पूरा नाप होना चाहिए. You need to have the measurements of whoever is going to wear that suit. तो वो जो आप measurements तैयार करते हो, that is something called a buyer persona. This is also going to be fed into your content when you begin developing and improving your content. Fifth, this is quite interesting, and a lot of people, when they go into developing their website or they're writing their blogs, often we misunderstand this. इसलिए I'll like to give you a very small example. This is something called a buyer's journey. Imagine मैं एक pharmacist, I'm a stockist of pharmaceutical products. Now 2 people come to me. Both of them are prospective customers. एक आके मुझे कहता है, एक साहब कहते हैं मुझे कि ऐसी कोई केमिकल, ऐसी कोई दवाई होती है जो मैं यूज करूं तो मुझे कोई फला रोग से XYZ डिजीज से प्रोटेक्शन मिले. जैसे आजकल we are hearing so much about corona. तो ऐसी कोई दवाई आती है क्या? So this is the first kind of buyer. Second buyer जो आता है, he tells me, do you have disinfectant with 70% alcohol content that I can use directly to clean my hands as well as my furniture? अब probably you will understand the difference. पहला जो buyer है, he is not sure ऐसा कोई product है या नहीं है. दूसरा buyer is very clear about what he wants. He knows what exactly is the product going to do, and therefore both the buyers are at a very different stage. Abhi, if I give the same message, the same communication to both the buyers, I'll definitely lose one of the two. जैसे मैंने पहले को टेक्निकल चीजें बता दी कि हाँ ये होता है, ये इससे होता है, इसमें ले जाओ, he does not understand the technical parts, I lose him. और अगर मैंने दूसरे को, वो was very specific about his inquiry, उसको मैंने generalized answer दे दिया, I lose him. So unless I understand कि मेरे जो buyers, मेरे prospective customers हैं, वो किस स्टेज पर है in their entire buyer's journey. See, actually buyer journey क्या होता है? From the time a person hears about you, वहां से शुरू होके, इनफैक्ट उससे भी पहले शुरू हो जाता है, when he starts feeling कि there is a problem he has and there could be a solution for that. For example, उसका problem है, he wants to remove germs, उसका problem है, and he imagines there is a solution which is available in the chemical form, तो उसका solution, now he is looking for solutions. तो वहां से उसकी जर्नी शुरू होती है, and then it comes straight directly to a customer ultimately buying a disinfectant or a sanitizer from me. ये पूरा बायर का जर्नी है. आई नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड एट व्हाट स्टेज द बायर इज, और किस स्टेज पर मैंने किस तरह का कम्युनिकेशन करना है. आई नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट. आई नीड टू ब्रेक इट डाउन. आई कैन नॉट सिंपली से कि मैं, कोई भी बायर आता है, कोई भी पर्सन विजिटिंग माय वेबसाइट, उसको मैं ये चीज देता हूँ, ये ब्रोशर दे देता हूँ, he start buying from me. It will not work that way. So I need to understand what is his journey, the buyer's journey. Next जो चीज़ है slightly difficult है when you think about content is you develop a system. I'll not go very much in detail क्योंकि उसके लिए again we'll need another 1 hour or so. पर simple words में अगर डाल दूँ तो जिन्होंने भी who are into the management consultancy or who have seen manufacturing or even people who have been offering professional services for a long time, they understand that developing a system basically means, of course it means a lot more, but यहाँ पे we'll talk about developing a system in terms of flow of tasks. कौन करेगा, क्या करेगा और कब करेगा. So basically flow of task is, जैसे आपकी इन-हाउस टीम ही कोई ब्लॉग राइट कर रही है या उनका पेज लिख रहे हैं, तो you have to decide कौन लिखेगा. आप लिखोगे, आपका मार्केटिंग मैनेजर लिखेगा, आपके अकाउंट्स वाले लिखेंगे, कौन लिखेगा, कब लिखेगा, do you have a deadline for it, and how, what all tools will they use, क्या क्या चीजें उसको यूज करनी होंगी, क्या क्या आप देंगे. Towards the end of the presentation I'll list out a few free tools which you can easily use. I guess आप लोग को काफी tools पता होंगे, फिर भी I'll be listing out all these tools. But you'll have to develop a system, because unless you develop a system, आप content का strategy ठीक से नहीं बना पाओगे, and unless you have a proper system, proper strategy, you will not get the kind of results you really deserve. आपको जो मिलने चाहिए ऐसे results आपको शायद नहीं मिलेंगे, because you need to develop content on an ongoing basis. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता कि आपने एक वेबसाइट बना के 2 ब्लॉग लोग के छोड़ दिया. You have to follow through along. That's why you need systems. Okay, वेबसाइट आपकी जो है उसमें जो आप वेब पेजेस बनाते हो, lot of things, again उसके लिए भी आप 1, 2, 3, 4 घंटे का, you can have another session, separate session. I'll have only one single tip. अब जो भी वेबसाइट बनाते हो, please make sure you use a very simple design. एकदम simple design use करो. There are a number of reasons. अभी थोड़ी देर में मैं बताऊंगा. Keep it very simple. Yeah, because people do not have time to navigate through the complexities of your website. तो आपकी वेबसाइट इंटरेक्शन में जितनी easy होंगी, उतनी ही आपकी engagement ज़्यादा होगी. I'll give you a simple example. If you notice, most of the things जहाँ पे, most of the pages जहाँ पे आपको login करना होता है, आप याद करो आपका login का बटन कहाँ होता है पूरी स्क्रीन पर, सेंटर में, टॉप में, मिडल में, bottom left, bottom right, and you realize it's almost always on the top right corner, always fixed, there's no change. अब this is an established method, this is something जो हम लोग expect करते आए हैं. अगर आप अपनी डिजाइन में ये लॉगिन बटन कहीं और डाल देते हो, तो यू आर मेकिंग द टास्क डिफिकल्ट फॉर द विजिटर. डू नॉट डू दैट. आप विजिटर के लिए पूरा टास्क, आपकी वेब पेज, वेबसाइट का नेविगेशन जितना आसान बना सकते हो, इज अ टर्म कॉल्ड इंट्यूटिव. उसको नेचुरली ही लगने लगेगा, इसके बाद मुझे यही चीज देखने को मिलेंगे, मैं यहाँ पे क्लिक करूंगा तो दिस इज व्हाट शुड शो अप. जितना आप आसान बना सकते हो, it will be helpful, it will make your website more powerful. So it's not just about writing things, it's also about making things simpler. अगर आप ब्लॉग लिखना चाहते हो, कहाँ से आप, किस तरह से आप आर्टिकल ढूंढोगे, बहुत सारी चीजें, बहुत सारी जगह है. I guess थोड़े सेशंस पहले, I think a few sessions back, this gentleman called Vivek Sanchit had conducted a session on keyword research and everything. तो मैं उसके अंदर नहीं जाऊंगा because there is some wonderful resources he had made available. पर आप अगर ब्लॉग लिखने जा रहे हो, which is again a very strong part of your content, आप तीन जगह है जहाँ से आप उसके टॉपिक्स ढूंढ सकते हो. ब्लॉग यानी कि आर्टिकल. एक तो आप गूगल सर्च कर सकते हो, आप देख सकते हो कि लोग क्या ढूंढ रहे हैं. इन केस यू आर नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन, आप जब भी गूगल सर्च करते हो तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द पेज आपको एक छोटा सा एक लिस्ट मिलेगा विच इज टाइटल्ड एज पीपल आर ऑल्सो आस्किंग, पीपल ऑल्सो लिस्ट फॉर, पीपल ऑल्सो आर लुकिंग फॉर. उस तरह से फ्रेम करके कुछ क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. तो लेट्स से आई एम लुकिंग फॉर बजट होटल्स इन अहमदाबाद. So then at the bottom of the page, it will also show me budget restaurants of Ahmedabad. और या फिर टर्म थोड़ी बदल जाएगी, how to find a good hotel in Ahmedabad. तो एक आपको गूगल सर्च ये सब मिलेगा. दूसरा आप कॉम्पिटिटर्स की वेबसाइट्स जो कि पब्लिकली अवेलेबल इंफॉर्मेशन है आप यूज कर सकते हो. आई एम नॉट सजेस्टिंग आप उसके ऊपर स्पाई करो, और जो भी पब्लिकली अवेलेबल इंफॉर्मेशन है, whoever you think is your good competitor, आप उसको you try and understand what they are doing. उससे भी आप काफी इंस्पायर हो पाओगे. एंड द थर्ड थिंग यू कैन डू इज यू कैन इंटरेक्ट एंड आस्क योर कस्टमर्स व्हाट दे आर लुकिंग फॉर. बहुत सारे और सोर्सेज हैं, पर आई थिंक ये सोर्सेज शुड बी मोर देन इनफ व्हेन यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट राइटिंग फॉर योर कस्टमर्स. उसके लिए जब आप ब्लॉग लिखते हो तो ओके. जब आप ब्लॉग लिखने बैठते हो तो प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल थिंग. क्वाइट ऑफन आई सी a lot of people are in a hurry to sell. See, ultimately, we all create websites, we all collect, we create our marketing assets, marketing collaterals, ultimately to sell. But before that selling part, there is a huge part that a lot of us miss, and that is educating. जैसे आपका, let's say you have a resort, you have a hotel, तो आप सीधा ही बेचने लगोगे कि मेरे रिसोर्ट में these are the number of rooms I have and these are our tariff plans. Chances are I'll run away from your website because you did not tell me exactly how can I enjoy staying at your resort. So उससे पहले you have to tell me all other places nearby, आसपास में कितनी जगह है जहाँ पे मैं जाके I can enjoy with my family or friends, and how can I enjoy there. So आपका जो resort है, selling your resort part becomes a little secondary initially. First you tell them about what your product, your service, your resort can do. और उसके बाद सेलिंग अपने आप आ जाएगी. बट डोंट एवर बी इन अ हरी टू सेल. सो व्हेन यू डिसाइड द सीक्वेंस ऑफ टॉपिक्स, आप क्या क्या लिखना चाहोगे उसमें याद रखो, प्लीज डू नॉट ट्राई टू सेल टू अर्ली. योर कस्टमर्स, योर रीडर्स विल रन अवे. नॉट अ गुड आइडिया. Hence, there is a simple term called the SSE practice. It's called no stuffing. Stuffing is actually an old term. जब आप digital content लिखते हो, there is something called a keyword. जैसे I own a restaurant. I own a Chinese restaurant in Rajkot. तो मेरे लिए कीवर्ड होगी चाइनीज फूड, चाइनीज फास्ट फूड, नूडल्स वगैरह. तो मैं एक आर्टिकल लिखता हूँ लेट्स से 1000 वर्ड्स का, और उसमें मैं 50 दफे यूज करता हूँ चाइनीज फूड. तो उसको मैंने स्टफिंग कर दिया. आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग कि गूगल को लगेगा कि मैं बहुत अच्छा लिख रहा हूँ क्योंकि आई एम राइटिंग अबाउट चाइनीज फूड सो ऑफन in a single article, but it's not the case. उसको हम stuffing बोलते हैं. You cannot do that. Simple language में आप उसको overdose बोलते हो. Do not overdose your important terms in an article. आप reasonable तरीके से use करो. एक simple term मैं आपको बता दूँ, एक number. Normally you can use your keyword 3% of the total content. So if you are writing a 1000 word article, a 1000 word blog, ideally all your keywords should not exceed more than 3% of the total. एक. दूसरा, spamming मत करो. Spamming is like आपके पास 1000 email addresses हैं और आप रोज उसको भेजते रहते हो. Do not do it. That's generally considered a bad practice. Or the more you grow, you will find this is going to be very, very tough if you continue spamming. अब तीसरी चीज, do not copy content. See, you can inspire. You can be inspired by your competitors, but do not copy. अगर आप copy paste करते हो, sooner or later Google is going to penalize you, and once Google penalizes you, you are going to be in trouble. और अगर आपका business digital पे बहुत dependent है, You have to be careful about all these things very much, very much. So no stuffing, overdose मत करो, spamming मत करो, लोगों के बिन पूछे, बिन चाहे emails मत भेजो, किसी का content copy मत करो. You can always use that as an inspiration, but nothing beyond that. Okay, I was talking about a website design, and I said, why do we have to make it easy? Answer is very simple. A lot of us use our mobile phones to navigate through websites, read blogs and everything. चार चीजें बहुत important होती है when we say making things easier. एक तो language simple होनी चाहिए. See, this blogging is not the place to impress people with how rich your vocabulary is. I know very difficult words in English, doesn't matter. It's of no use. एक, keep your language very simple, very understandable. दूसरा, जहाँ भी possible हो, make sure you keep on using bullet points. Short points are easier to understand rather than long sentences. तीसरा, keep your sentences very short. You know, there is another reason to keep your sentences short. आपके sentences जितने लंबे होते जाएंगे, आपका grammar उतना complicate होगा. Because a sentence which exceeds normally 12 to 15 words, we'll call it a long sentence. और उसमें balancing grammar rules is going to be very tough. Don't do it. If you can write sentences as short as 8 to 10 words, great. That's the best thing to do. Finally, write short paragraphs. ऐसा मत करो कि आपका paragraph 7, 8, 10 लाइन से भरा हुआ हो. See, that used to be a style in old printed books. That's no longer the case. Digital content should have short paragraphs. Again, अगर आप देखो ये चारों चीजें इसलिए ज्यादा important होती जा रही है because we all are using more and more of mobile. So it's like what is called the mobile first approach. Make sure you follow this. This is something, अगर आपके पास वेबसाइट ऑलरेडी है और अगर आप उसके ऊपर ब्लॉग्स बनाने चाह रहे हो तो मेरे हिसाब से सबसे फ्रेंडली वर्डप्रेस है. You could have an alternate design, you could have an alternate technology behind it, but मेरे हिसाब से WordPress generally offers you a lot of good things for blogging. In fact, WordPress is also doing very well in website itself. अगर आपने अभी तक वेबसाइट बनाई ही नहीं है, you're planning to develop a new website or something, you can seriously consider getting your website through WordPress. I mean, there are other options available. You can go to, let's say, a company which will help you design your website. आप उसमें कितना invest करना चाहते हो, that will depend upon a lot of factors. But if you are going to go on your own, WordPress sounds to me probably the best idea here. Okay, now I'll quickly tell you about free tools that you can use to improve content. Yeah, I've used the word freemium. I think almost everybody understands it, but फिर भी बता दो. Free is completely free. जैसे Google search completely free है. Premium ऐसा होता है कि जो free तो है, पर एक level के बाद you have to pay money for that. So they will charge you a certain fee. So it's a combination of free plus premium. So you have premium tools. Normally, हम लोग जब whenever we start writing content, our biggest fear, especially because a lot of us do not have a good command of English. So our biggest fear is English grammar. उसके लिए there is this tool called Grammarly. It has a free version. It has a paid version. अगर आप बहुत complicated नहीं लिख रहे हो, तो I think almost 70-80% of your problems will be solved by Grammarly normally. There's a small thing I want to point out. कि you can trust Grammarly only to a certain extent. अगर आप बहुत ही detailed, quite technical, quite advanced blogs लिख रहे हो, इसमें writer भी काफी advanced है, तो sometimes Grammarly may show you errors which are actually not errors, because ultimately Grammarly is based on a bot, right? So it's a system, it's a computer-driven system, but for our purpose, yes, Grammarly will serve your purpose for improving your grammar and language. Now, the second part we have, the second tool we have is language. The Hemingway app. Hemingway app basically will help you write slightly better sentences, shorter sentences, easier sentences. इसका भी paid and free version है. You can use it. Wonderful if you are beginning. Photos अगर आप डालना चाहते हो websites पर, free sources. Again, there's a freemium tool. So Unsplash करके एक website. I'm giving you only one name. There are a number of sites like this, but I'll only restrict myself to one in each of the tool. So you can use Unsplash for using photographs. उसमें free photographs हैं, उसमें paid भी है. Whatever suits you. In case you are using a free photograph, they request you कि आप उसको credit दो, यानी you mention somewhere कि ये photograph unsplash से लिया गया, but it's not binding. You are free not to give them a credit. But I personally believe you should give a credit if they are giving you wonderful photos. Okay, photos के बाद आता है we have graphics or images. You want to, let's say, design infographics जिसे हम कहते हैं. So there are two tools. One of them is Canva. Again, it is a wonderful free tool. I use it very often. Canva का एक और use है which a lot of people do not understand. देखिए Canva basically image बनाने के लिए use किया जाता है, पर Canva का एक और use है. I use it not for designing infographics alone. I use it to make sure मैं कोई भी idea कितना briefly, कितना in short present कर सकता हूँ. Because when I say infographic, it will have very little text. It will have most of designs, images. So usme if I can fit my idea very well, that means I have thought about my content and whatever I'm trying to present in a better manner. मेरे हिसाब से you can use Canva या कोई भी design tool not only just to create good designs but also to make sure you're writing in short. Canva के बाद you have, अगर आप videos बनाना चाहते हो, there is a free tool called Lumen 5. उसमें आप videos बना सकते हो. Free tool है, उसमें वो they will insert the watermark. If you want to remove the watermark, yes, you can buy that tool. Another good tool for creating videos. Don't forget, ultimately ये सब content है. Whether you talk about writing, whether you talk about designing an infographic, whether you talk about videos, everything ultimately is content. That's why I'm giving you a list of all these tools. Finally, this is something slightly more technical. Again, I think Vivek Sancheti had conducted a session on this, so I'll not deal with this much. It's something called a keyword research. A keyword, I think a lot of us know it. Keyword is basically आप जो term use करते हो Google पे search करने के लिए. That is called a keyword. For example, मेरा business है जैसे I sell whiteboards. तो उसमें keyword हो सकता है whiteboards for schools, whiteboard for colleges, whiteboards for office या office supplies whiteboards. Whiteboards with magnetic this thing, वो चीज है अजीब keywords में. तो कौन सा keyword है जिसके ऊपर आप लिखोगे तो you'll be able to reach the maximum number of people. उसका research करने के लिए there is a tool called Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest अब तक free था, कुछ I think 2 महीने 3 महीने पहले था. A part of it is free, part of it is payable, but nevertheless it's a good tool. I just want to remind you that keyword research जो है, that's relatively a technical subject. You need a lot of understanding about how website content and blogs work. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने 2, 3, 4, 5 keywords देख लिए और इसके हिसाब से you'll be able to develop very good content. तो probably you might need the help of an outsider, और आपकी टीम में अगर कोई है who understands this, fine. There are of course other tools, but this is at least a powerful place to begin with, especially on the free platforms. This is an interesting part. How do you improve content? And to improve content, you have to understand a very basic thing. You'll have to learn to promote your content and blogs. Think for a moment. How can you improve content? By promoting content. Is there a way out? If you think back, just at the beginning of the session, I had told you that your content actually serves like a two-way channel. It brings you data from the customers, just the way you send out information about your products to the customers. आपको customers की information मिलती है. उसी तरह से जब आप content को promote करते हो, it reaches more people. जब वो ज़्यादा लोगों के पास पहुंचती है, you have better insights, आपको ज़्यादा understanding develop होती है कि लोग क्या चाहते हैं, what you are giving, what people expect, and what is the gap between the two. So that is why you need to promote content. Again, when I say promote, we're only talking about free promotion. Paid तो होता ही है, but since we are targeting largely businesses with either limited budget or startups जिनका budget नहीं के बराबर है, so they need to understand how do you promote your content for free. Or please remember, again I'll repeat this, कि content promotion हमको समझना इसलिए है because we'll understand, we get insights about what people are looking for. This is an important part. तो आप ऐसा मत समझो कि ये promotion है सिर्फ advertisements की तरह है. No, it is also to collect more information about your target audience. Fine. Again, before I go into the last part of the session, I would welcome your observations, your questions, anything that I have covered and I missed somewhere.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have the doubt in the 6th point, develop a system.
Okay.
So can you just elaborate that point?
Who is this?
Get the point. Vivek Dhodakia.
Okay, Vivek Bhai. Okay. Okay. Let's take a basic example. I have a manufacturing unit and I produce potato chips. Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So there is a process I follow. I mean, since I do not know that business in detail, I'll give you only an overview. I source my potatoes. I bring them to my godown, storehouse. I get them cleaned and I get them peeled. And then I feed them into a machine. They are fried or roasted or whatever. And then it goes into my packing units. From packing units, I send it to my wholesalers through which it reaches ultimately my consumers, right? So this is a system.
Okay.
Now, in a manufacturing unit, it's very easy to have a system because you are very clear about the start, value addition, and the end. Start is you bring the potatoes, value addition is you convert them into chips, and end is where you ultimately reach your customers.
Okay.
With your writing part, it's not that easy, but I'll quickly tell you. When you say you're sourcing, the first place is you ask yourself, what do you want to write about? See, now there's going to be a difference. मैं क्या लिखना चाहता हूँ और लोगों को क्या पसंद है. Sometimes there'll be a huge gap. For example, मैं personally, for example, I am a fan of black and white films, and I enjoy writing about, let's say, Kundan Lal Saigal. Now, I'm sure half of you do not know, especially if you are a youngster, you probably have never heard of Kundan Lal Saigal, and therefore my market is going to be limited. Compared to that, if I write about Ranbir Kapoor, I'll have a bigger market. So first is मेरी expertise कहाँ है, मैं क्या लिखना चाहता हूँ, and what is acceptable, what is welcome in the market. वहाँ से शुरू होके उसके बाद we put it कहाँ, यहाँ से we'll go to this. अब इसके बाद हम ये लिखेंगे, then we'll frame it. उसका वीडियो बनाना है, नहीं बनाना है, infographics बनाना है, नहीं बनाना है, कौन बनाएगा. You have to put it into a process. आप वैसे भी कर सकते हो. You can do it without a system. But generally, having a system is long term में it will be a lot more efficient. See, even in writing, मैं जब writing करता हूँ कोई website या content या blog के लिए, I generally pass it through a system, so it makes my task easier and more efficient and produces better results. I suppose you get an overall idea.
Yes.
Great.
Good.
That was actually a very insightful question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Hello, sir. I'm Darsh Chudasama.
Hi.
Sir, is it good to keep advertise on our website?
That's actually a different kind of question. I'll ask you a question first. Can you name a few famous websites? Don't include Google into it.
YouTube, Facebook.
Great. Now, did you notice, I knew you would be saying YouTube and Facebook. Did you notice they only promote their advertisements that people have paid Facebook for? You will not find an advertisement of a third party unless you're on Facebook, unless Facebook has been paid for it, right? तो अगर आपको एडवर्टाइजर खुद दे रहा है, अगर आप ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म बनाते हो where content जो है, see actually there's a difference. उसमें I'll use a term. Is something called user generated content. That's called UGC, user generated content. आप Twitter ले लो, YouTube ले लो, Facebook ले लो, नोटिस करो आप वहाँ पे Facebook खुद कोई कंटेंट डेवलप नहीं कर रहा है. मैं जो पोस्ट लिखता हूँ, मैं जो वीडियोस बनाता हूँ, मैं जो मीम्स बनाता हूँ, वो सब उसमें जाते हैं. यूजर जनरेटेड कंटेंट होता है. ऐसी वेबसाइट में इट इज ओके टू हैव, इट्स इन फैक्ट इट्स नेसेसरी टू हैव एडवर्टाइजमेंट्स. इन जनरल इट इज नॉट अ गुड आइडिया अनलेस आप ब्लॉगर हो, आपकी वेबसाइट आप ब्लॉग चलाते हो और दैट इज योर ओनली सोर्स ऑफ इनकम, देन यू माइट कंसिडर इट. बट अगर आप कोई अलग प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस बेचते हो, मेरे हिसाब से इट्स नॉट अ गुड आइडिया. इट डज नॉट शो अ वेरी गुड रेपुटेशन. सो इन जनरल नो.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Great. Anything else?
Yeah, Mayank bhai. As you know, the penetration of smartphones is, on a reggae, and worldwide people are more on mobile, less on, gluing to the desktop and laptops.
Correct.
What do you feel like website as a future, or we should go for, elevating to an app kind of a thing?
App and a website will be slightly different, and no matter how many apps I have, unless your business is very specific, like Facebook, again it's different. But otherwise, no matter what, an app and website will not serve the same purpose. App is more of a closed ecosystem, so people who have not installed an app will not be able to access whatever you offer on app, whereas website is more of an open platform. Anybody searching for a product similar to yours has a chance of landing on your website. So since they do not really perform the same functions, yes, primarily you may want to have both. But again, please understand, having an app is actually a lot trickier than most of us can imagine, because app will require a lot more support. Unless you keep it lively, unless you keep it bug free, it's actually not the best thing to do. As far as having smartphones is considered, yes, apps have grown. And when you think of a website can actually provide you better interactivity. But when you think of collecting data, apps actually have a much more stronger system of collecting data. So if your business is hugely dependent upon collecting data, yes, an app makes a lot more sense.
So far as the website is concerned, do you feel like we can have, kind of a mobile specific or mobile generic website for, more conducive, easy to use, and have a content which is easy to read on mobile?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because there's something called a mobile first approach. A large number of e-retailers, like you can think of Amazon. I mean, we only can think of Amazon, but there are hundreds of e-retailers. And a lot of them are now taking mobile first approach, because if I recall correctly, 49% of searches are happening on mobiles, and about 34% purchases are happening on mobiles itself. So a lot of businesses are switching over to mobile first websites. Having said that, it slightly will depend upon your kind of product or service. But yes, you'll need to make it more easier, more user friendly, write less, but write more meaningful things, offer good visuals. If you can have a good video, good graphics, even better. And if you cannot have a video, at least you can have a good, decent, neatly written content. But yes, at some point of time, you will definitely need images, if you not video. That's how people interact on mobiles. If you read plain text, nobody really reads only plain text on mobiles. That's probably reserved strictly for ebooks and websites.
Can you suggest, sir? Excuse me, Yogesh, my question is probably half replied. I had one more query about it. Do we have any specific platform which gives better designing on the mobile-friendly websites?
I'm not sure I understand the question. You mean the software? Are you asking about software?
I'm asking about any kind of template or good platform through which we can create a good mobile friendly website.
See, there's something called optimized websites, right? So in most cases, even if you ask for let's say you ask a local company to design your website, they will definitely be able to come up with a website which is different for your laptop, and which is again different, visually different on a mobile. So there's, yes, it's available. But if you're asking for particular sites, I have been using, for my own blogs, I have been using GoDaddy, and I have recently also checked out HostGator. And I think largely it meets my needs. Unless your needs are very specific, in that case you need a lot of customization, I would recommend you go to designing a web design company. But if your needs are not really very advanced, these two should suffice.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, Yogesh here, sir. When we started with the topic of create good content for business website, and we are serving B2B, I have an understanding that in India, people start with about us, company, then product, then this contacts. And when we go to European websites and American websites, they start with application, then more of visuals and videos and photographs. And very late, they ask, they tell about their own people and their own team or their own board of directors and those things. So do you also would like to suggest your teams or your clients or people over here, what should be the order of the content that people put on their website?
Yogesh bhai, I'll be very rude and very honest here. I'll ask you a simple question. Let's say, I'll just take a random name. I'll say I'm writing for an ABC company. I don't, if I'm a visitor to the website, I don't care director कौन है. I don't care उसके grandfather ने ये company बनाई या उसकी mother ने बनाई या खुद ने बनाई. I don't care anything.
That is why I'm saying the propensity in India is like that. Somewhere we need to change that.
That is absolutely, this is actually a strong word to use, but that's absolutely senseless. See, it's more like driving my ego. मैं अपनी बड़ी बातें करना चाहते हूँ, then मेरी बात सुनने के लिए customers नहीं आते. Customers come to my website because they have a specific problem they want me to solve. तो आपकी स्टोरी अगर आप करनी है, आप अलग सेक्शन बना दो, पर आप ऊपर प्लीज मत डालो. Do not start with about us. Do not start with about us. You will not believe this. I was talking to an IT company just yesterday. They are just beginning to design this. उन्होंने सबसे पहले about us डाला है. I said this is the last thing you should have.
Yes, yes.
Never talk about this. See, it's very simple. कोई भी visitor आपकी साइट पर आता है, he has a question. मुझे क्या मिलेगा?
He has a need. Yeah, he has a need to be fulfilled.
Yes, मुझे क्या मिलेगा? English में we call it what's in it for me. Yes, do not talk about yourself. I am not interested. If I'm a visitor, I don't care what you are, your grandfather was, your sister does. No, I am only interested in. So do not
understand that.
Correct. Never do that. Never do that. Always start with how your product or service can solve a particular situation, a particular problem. Everything else can follow. It can wait. And I would insist that about us minimum rakho. People who are looking for about us are mostly what? They are quite often journalists, right? So they will reach out to you. अगर ये जानना चाहते हैं कि XYZ bearings किसने शुरू किए, they will reach out to you, or somebody will ask you. The rest of the people visiting your website are looking for solutions. They are not looking for your history. So I do not like sites. I do not suggest having sites to start with about us. No, not a good idea.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Is there anything else? Okay, this is turning out more interesting than I expected. Great. Shall I proceed? Okay, fine. The last part, you have two choices. In fact, you have more choices when you talk about developing content. But I will stick to two choices, two alternatives. Either you work with your in-house teams, or you can work with a third-party company, a freelancer, an agency or something. If you're planning to work with your in-house teams, how can you make the most out of it? First is, अगर आप in-house teams हैं, तो they will understand your product very well. So first of all, उनको बोलो, they'll write about experience, वो खुद की experience. Because they go out in the market, they meet your potential customers, they meet your regular customers, they meet competitors, people, and whatever they have understood, they can write about their experiences आपके blog में या आपके web pages में. Second, always make sure, अभी योगेश जी ने, he asked us, and it was a very pertinent question, write about solutions. आप ये लिखो कि आपके product क्या कर सकता है. Do not talk about, see, there's a simple difference between features and benefits. This is a very important word here, feature. I have a car, उसके ये features है. I don't want to understand features. I want to understand मेरी car 0 to 10 seconds में 0 to 90 की speed तक जा सकती है. That is a benefit. मेरी car की efficiency is 20 kilometers per liter. That is a benefit. So always try and think about benefits, about solutions you offer, and not about feature. Don't be feature specific. हाँ, एक चीज बता दूँ, it's not कि feature useless होते हैं. Features कहाँ डालने हैं? हमने थोड़ी देर पहले we talked about buyer's journey. जो buyer काफी advanced stage पर है purchase पे, who understands the product very well, उसको आप features दिखा सकते हो. For buyers who are in the early stages, do not really talk about your features, talk more about solutions. So ask आपकी in-house team को, they write about the solutions. Third, they can write about the different uses. आपकी product, आपकी service क्या क्या कर सकती है. Sometimes you'll discover some surprising uses of your product. There are long stories behind varied uses of products, but we do not have time. So yes, they can write about how your product is used. Fourth, this is something a lot of people miss. I would insist कि आप अपनी team को बोलो they watch good movies and advertisements. Good movies doesn't mean very successful movie. It does not have to be successful. A good movie is one which communicates the core idea in the best possible, most acceptable and most entertainable manner. That is a good movie, right? So Irfan Khan की जैसे आप lunch box ले लो, या Tom Hanks की you take up let's say Forrest Gump, or you take up any other movie basically जो entertain करती है and it touches your heart. Ask them to watch good movies and analyze them. Ask them to watch, especially watch advertisements. Advertisements make power. They can tell you about the product in 10, 15, 20 seconds. जो हमने शुरू में बात की about elevator speech. Advertisements can do that very well. So I want कि आप in-house teams को भी insist करो. They watch and discuss good advertisements. Finally, ये चीज़ ज़्यादा लोग नहीं करेंगे. They may not like it, but I want कि आप reading sessions करवाओ अपनी teams के पास. कम से कम week में एक दफे 2 घंटे 3 घंटे pick up a good article or maybe a book, sit down with your team, discuss उसमें से क्या आपको business में मिल सकता है. There are thousands and thousands of wonderful business books available out there. You can refer to any of them. You can refer to some good writing books, wonderful books, but please make sure you read. Mark Twain का I think Mark Twain का एक statement है that people who do not read have no advantage of people who cannot read. अगर आप पढ़ सकते हो पर पढ़ते नहीं हो तो आप में और एक अनपढ़ आदमी में कोई ज्यादा अंतर नहीं रहता है. That's why you need to read a lot. You need your teams to read a lot. Finally, how can you work with freelancers? In case आपकी team नहीं है या you want to work with freelancers, first is you need to spend a lot of time explaining them about what your product and service is. देखिए, don't do this कि आप सीधा कह दो freelancer को कि ये मेरा brochure है, ये मेरी website, आप पढ़ लो. Don't do it. Your brochure can only talk about your product. It cannot talk about your plans or vision. This is why I strongly want कि आप जब freelancer के साथ काम करना शुरू करो, the first thing you need to do is spend a lot of time explaining him what you're looking for, what your product does, what your solution is, and what is your vision. What do you want to do with whatever you're doing? Second, freelancers के पास do not ask for instant results. और अगर वो instant result promise करते हैं, probably it will not work out. So don't ask for instant results. It will take time. हमने पहले ही बोल दिया blogs और content को successful होने में time लगता है, right? और उसके बाद they can run on auto. So second, do not ask for and in fact refuse instant results. तीसरा, engage them for a longer time. ऐसा नहीं है कि मैंने एक blog लिखवा लिया, 2 पेज लिखवा लिया, काम खत्म हो गया. No, that doesn't work because freelancers will need. देखिए, आप अगर अपने सेल्समैन को भी हायर करते हो तो भी आप 2 दिन 4 दिन एक हफ्ता 15 दिन ट्रेन करते हो टू मेक श्योर दे अंडरस्टैंड द प्रोडक्ट. फ्रीलांसर्स को आप अगर एक पेज लिखवा के बोल देते हो कि आप आई डोंट नीड योर हेल्प, बेटर आइडिया इज डू नॉट एंगेज अ फ्रीलांसर. इफ यू एंगेज अ फ्रीलांसर, टेक हिम एज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर एक्सटेंडेड टीम, engage with him for a slightly longer time. Generally 2 months, 3 months is a good time to work with at least. Fourth and the final part, even if you are working with freelancers, make sure you involve your teams. For a simple reason कि आप जो टीम मेंबर्स फ्रीलांसर के साथ काम करेंगे, they will understand the way the freelancer works and develops content. तो कल जाके अगर आपको रिक्वायरमेंट कम हो गई या फ्रीलांसर अवेलेबल नहीं है या you want to have your own content team, so you will have a good template, you will have a good reference कि हाँ वेबसाइट के लिए कंटेंट ऐसे क्रिएट किया जाता है, नई पेजेस होते हैं, you want to create new pages, so उसका डिजाइन किस तरह से होता है, ब्लॉग लिखते हैं तो कीवर्ड किस तरह से ढूंढते हैं, ये सब चीजें थोड़ी बहुत फ्रीलांसर्स के साथ काम करते करते आपकी टीम को सीखनी चाहिए. दिस इज माय पर्सनल बिलीफ. ऑल्दो आई एम अ फ्रीलांसर, आई स्ट्रांगली रिकमेंड कि आप अपनी टीम के किसी ऐसे लोगों को फ्रीलांस के साथ बिठाओ जिससे आपकी टीम भी थोड़ा बहुत फ्रीलांसर्स के साथ सीखने लगे, ताकि maybe 6 months down the line you do not require the freelancer or the freelancer is no longer available, तब you are not suddenly stranded. ऐसा ना हो कि you are blank, you do not know what to do, how to go around your content. ये चीज खास करनी जरूरी है मेरे हिसाब से. I think I could go on, but I guess we are nearly exhausted our time, so I think we can end here. I'll be happy to answer questions if you have them. or your feedback.
Thank you so much, Mayank bhai. Wonderful presentation. There are a couple of comments appreciating you and the content as well. I will like the biggest takeaway, even for me and a lot of people, are one was the buyer's journey, the fifth point. The two kind of buyers. Then and this wonderful thing: educate first, don't sell fast. Even Yogesh bhai mentioned in the comment. A lot of applications that you have mentioned which can be very useful, like Canva is so common, a lot of people know, but other tools, Grammarly, apart from Grammarly and Canva, a lot of tools you have mentioned which can be very much helpful. Thank you so much for that. And about us should be at last. Wonderful point.
Always. That's the worst mistake you can ever do.
Feature versus benefit thing. So these were the key takeaways for me and a lot of people. When you said educate first and don't sell fast, I recently saw Sheetal Bhai's Dwarkadish, that website he recently shared in the group, and one point which impressed a lot was the same thing, that he was educating about the surrounding and then he was selling his stuff. So that was practical example we saw recently. Otherwise, Paresh bhai has, and a lot of people have written comments. If you want to speak up, otherwise I can speak as well.
Thank you.
You can open the chat box and view the comments.
Mayank bhai, thank you so much. You really enjoyed. Yeah, I joined little late, but then I'll go through the recordings. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yeah. Oh, we seem to have quite a few comments. Great, I missed out.
Yes. Comments are from Ruma Pandey, Ripple Patel, Darsh Chudasama, Nisha Kotecha, Nilesh Chachdev, Chain Kotecha, a lot of people. Yeah.
Great. This is amazing.
I can share you the chat as well. And thank you all. Thank you all for staying till late, staying till the end part of it. We had 42 participants total.
Hello. Vivek here, sir.
Yeah, sure.
I have a little bit question out from this, that if we are searching for an dynamic website to develop, then also this strategy works in that or other strategy.
By a dynamic website, what do you mean? Are you talking about the design?
I mean, not a static website, but something like a website which is having a payment.
Okay. See, I believe it doesn't really matter what kind of website you have. In fact, if your business is very specific and very small, you might, and again, if your budget is very limited, you could have had a single page website, although it's not the best thing. But let's say you have a single page website. That's fine. But whatever you write, whatever content you have presented should be very good. See, I personally believe that the less you write, the more difficult it is. It's very difficult to write less. So if you ask me to produce a 2000 word blog, I can give it to you within a day. But if you ask me to come up with a quote or a tagline for a product, probably I'll need a month. Right. So it's more difficult to write shorter things. And anybody who has written anything any time of the day, anytime during a career, I think, they will understand and appreciate this.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
Mayank bhai.
Sure.
Yeah, Chetan Kothari here. Thank you very much for wonderful, very insightful knowledge which you have shared. And probably this speaks a lot of your, compassion towards Rajkot Management Association.
Thank you.
My small request is, if you don't have any copyright issue, if you can share this PPT, we can put it on our website with, just a very good credit of what wonderful knowledge you have shared, because a lot of members who have not been on this today's meeting, they will be benefited by this.
Absolutely no problem there. Chetan bhai, absolutely no problem. I'll be happy to share this. Sure.
Gratitudes. Thank you.
Please, sure.
Yeah.
This has been very exciting, and in fact I see that we have a very pointed questions, so that is what has been the most helpful. rather than generic questions. They were very specific questions, like Yogesh by asking about us, and Chetan by asking about, I think it was Chetan by who asked me about mobile first websites. Very specific questions. Enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. We had in more than 42 participants, and thank you all for staying till last part. There's a request from Nisha Kotecha that we can sometime meet offline to grow as a community. We would wish to, we look forward to this time, and we hope that this COVID period ends fast. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you.